What's good? What's good? What's good? Test. Make sure my mic is working here. What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com. We are here Tuesday morning. I don't know what today's date is. It is, March 21st, 2023. And we are here to talk about a lot. We got NFL updates and free agency. The Cowboys are making moves, as you can see on the screen. Cowboys making two huge moves, and they're front of the line when it comes to NFL free agency. And I am highly shocked, and I can't believe what's going on here. And the title of the YouTube video is, did the Cowboys finally wake up? Did the front office finally wake up and decide to catch up with the rest of the NFL? And the way it's looking, they're doing a great job right now. Somebody woke up somewhere. I don't know if it was Steven. I don't know if it was Jerry Jones. But somebody woke up somewhere. Somebody is tired of getting to the playoffs and losing. So they're making moves. They're making moves. And now you got all these Cowboy haters and all these new experts all of a sudden want to come out and try to trash talk the moves that the Cowboys are making. Because, you know, anytime the Cowboys do anything, it's stupid because the Cowboys did it. Yeah, if it was their team, they'd be hyping it up. But since it's the Cowboys, it's all a stupid move. Bruh. Right? But we'll get into that, man. Let's get into it. Thank you to the people that's joining. Let me see if I'm live on Twitch. Let me make sure my Twitch is live before we get into this. I see we live on YouTube, but I don't see the Twitch notification. Hold on. So let me double check before we fully get into this show. As you see, my co-host Tony is not here today. He got caught up. He couldn't make it today. He got caught up doing family stuff, so he couldn't make it. But let's see. Let me check to see if I'm live on Twitch as well. All right, I am live on Twitch and DopeContent.com as well as YouTube. So appreciate you guys. If you come on in, come on in. If you miss out, you miss out. You know what it is. The replay will be on DopeContent.com. It will be on YouTube as well. And then you have 14 days to watch it on Twitch if you're a Twitch head. So let's see if the intro plays so we can get right into this. We're about to find out. To a good start. The intro played. What? That's 3 for 3 right there. We 3 for 3 with the intro playing, ladies and gentlemen. We're on a hot streak here. You know, we've been having issues with like OBS and things like that not playing, you know, the intro how it should. So sorry for the late start. Again, my co-host is not here today, so it's a lot of things that I had to change up about the show. One is the overlays, you know, because now I got it where you can see NFL pictures and things like that going on. Y'all know how it is. And then I had to change up the format. I had a choosing segment that was going to be dope today, real dope today. We're really going to get into some stuff about the NBA, but we'll save it for next week, you know, when Tony is back. So today we're going to cover the NFL free agency. We're going to dive into the Cowboys because, you know, I'm a Cowboy guy. Rob in the building. What's good? And then we're going to dive into the XFL. We're going to dive into the NBA. And then that's it. We're going to get in and get out. You know, we're not here to waste no time. You know how we do here on the Dope Sports Podcast. But let's get right into it. Let's get into some updates on free agency. Let's see if anything that we missed last week. Let's start with the Buffalo Bills. They added Damian Harris, running back. They added Deontay Hardy. I did not know that. Wide receiver and return specialist. We already talked about them getting Connor McGovern from the Cowboys. That's pretty much it since last week, since we went over them. So let's go through the Dolphins. Dolphins re-signed Raheem Mostert, re-signed Myles Gaskin, re-signed Jeff Wilson, And then they added Braxton Berrios, wide receiver from the Jets. So they are stacking up on running backs over there in Miami as always. They always do a running back by committee there. How do I sound? Rob, let me know how this sounds. I'm sounding weird in my headphones, man. King Hap in the building. What's good, man? I sound good? Cool. I might just need some new headphones, and I think my headphones are going out. Bruh. It's like going in and going out of my headphones. I hate that, bruh. I'm not changing them right now. We're just going to keep going how it is. So, Miami, once again, re-signing Myles Gaskin, re-signing Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Braxton Berrios. So they're stacking up. I mean, Miami looking real nice, man. Then you have Nick Needham, cornerback. Once again, they got Jalen Ramsey and Deshaun Elliott. So Miami is looking pretty good, man. Rob says it's not doing. Hey, as long as it sounds good to y'all, then I'm good. I'll deal with whatever's going on in my headset. But it's throwing me off. I don't like it at all. Let's get to New England Patriots. James Robinson, running back, signed a 2-year deal. They signed wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster. Recently, Super Bowl winning wide receiver Juju Smith going to New England. Let's see if anybody else knew since last week. We talked about Jonathan Jones, Jabril Peppers already, so that's pretty much it as far as updates for New England. The Jets, they signed Alan Lazard. You know, that's a wide receiver that King Hap said he hated. Alan Lazard is a wide receiver that, you know, Aaron Rodgers requested, right, to get him over there in New York. Aaron Rodgers got on the Pat McAfee show and said it's pretty much done, but it's not official yet still. So Aaron Rodgers to New York is still not official, but we all know it's going to happen. And it's crazy because Aaron Rodgers complained about his receivers in Green Bay and then told New York to give me the receivers that I had in Green Bay. What? How you gonna complain about the receivers in Green Bay and then tell New York, give me the same receivers I had in Green Bay? I want Alan Lazard, I want Randall Cobb and all them. Like, come on, Aaron Rodgers, stop. Come on, bruh. Come on, boy. Being the diva. King, what's up, King? King in the building. He said we better get at least 3 first. Not happening. God damn. Ain't happening. Oh, hell no. Let's see. Alan Lazard. We talked about Chuck Clark last week. We talked about Greg Zuerlein last week. So that's pretty much it for the Jets. Baltimore Ravens haven't done anything. They re-signed Geno Stone, re-signed Trayvon Mullen. Then you know about Lamar Jackson receiving a non-exclusive franchise tag from the Ravens. Justice Hill re-signed a running back. I mean, nothing. Orlando Brown, Super Bowl winning tackle from the Chiefs, goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. Signs a 4-year deal, $64 million contract. That's pretty much it for Cincinnati since last week. Let's go to Cleveland. He said he put that up in the commercial. You know Bill love having Cam Newton. Yeah. Cam Newton is actually throwing for Auburn Pro Day right now as well. So he say it's not 32 quarterbacks better than him, and I actually agree with that. I think it's at least 8 spots he can take right now. He said the coaches got Isaiah McKenzie from the Bills. Were good for the Colts. Cleveland Browns, Jordan Atkins, tight end, signed with him. Joshua Dobbs, quarterback, signed with him. They got Tristan Hill from the Cowboys, D lineman. Maurice Hurst, D lineman. Then last week we talked about Dalvin Tomlinson going there as well. So Cleveland, you know, making a few moves, nothing major. Pittsburgh hasn't done anything since last week. We talked about Patrick Peterson, Cole Holcomb, things like that. So Pittsburgh is pretty much the same. Houston is trying to make some moves. Devin Singletary, running back, signs to a 1-year deal. They also signed running back Mike Boone, wide receiver Noah Brown from the Cowboys, wide receiver Robert Woods, Andrew Beck, tight end from the Cowboys, Dalton Schultz, Shaq Mason, and Laramie Tunsil both signed. Laramie Tunsil became the highest paid offensive lineman in history, so shout out to him, man. They doing a good job on the line, getting Tunsil and Shaq Mason. Those are 2 good guys to have. Dalton Schultz, you know, whatever. I'm glad he's going from the Cowboys, especially with the money that he apparently was asking for. I'm good with that. He could go. Sheldon Rankins, D lineman, is there. Jimmy Ward is there. So Houston is trying to make some moves. I don't know what they're gonna do in the draft as far as quarterback. They do have Case Keenum right now on a 2-year deal. I don't know what they're gonna do at quarterback. So it's a lot going on. I have ESPN up now. They're talking about CJ Stroud is a good chance he's going number 1 now over Bryce Young. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there as far as the quarterbacks. Let's get to the Colts. Gardner Minshew right now is the quarterback. He signs a fully guaranteed 1-year deal. Let's see. Ashton Dulin re-signed wide receiver. So that's nothing major there. And then like Rob just said, they got Isaiah McKinney from the Bills. So the Colts really haven't done much. Jacksonville, we talked about Evan Ingram last week. We talked about Trey Herndon last week. CJ Beathard. So they haven't done anything since last week. Tennessee, they got wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Hine, if I said that right. And then they got Sean Murphy-Bunting from Tampa Bay, cornerback. Let's see, long snapper Morgan Cox. That's pretty much it for Tennessee. Then you have Derrick Henry still on the trade block. So let's see what happens with Derrick Henry there in Tennessee. Moving on to Denver. Let's see if they did anything since last week. Nothing new since last week for Denver. Let's go to Kansas City. Kansas City, nothing new since last week for Kansas City. Vegas Raiders, we talked about Josh Jacobs on the franchise tag. They just signed O.J. Howard, Philip Dorsett, Jacoby Myers, all there now. So let's see anything else new. Marcus Epps is there. That's a good pickup for him. Jimmy Garoppolo is there. The Matt Champion, what's good, man? What's good? I'm trying to make sure I don't miss no comments. You know what? Let me get Twitch up on this other screen, because reading the comments, if I turn my head, they gone, buddy. So let me get Twitch up on this screen so I can keep up with the comments that I missed real quick. All right, there we go. So if I missed you on the screen, I'll be able to go back on Twitch and look it up. So Jimmy G is the quarterback right now. The Raiders, let's see. I mean, you add O.J. Howard, you still got Josh Jacobs, you add Amir Abdullah. It really depends on Jimmy G, man. Jacoby Myers on the other side of Devontae Adams, that's going to be pretty nice, depending on what Jimmy G does, right? O.J. Howard, I still think he can play. A lot of people think he's washed. I still think O.J. Howard can play, but, we'll see. That's all we can pretty much say with them is we see. The Los Angeles Chargers. Let's see if anything new. They got Eric Kendricks, which we talked about last week. Really nothing new there. We're going to save the Cowboys for last because I got some ranting to do on the Cowboys. not even the Cowboys. It's more of the Cowboys haters and the so-called experts that want to talk about the Cowboys all the time. New York, man. Do not sleep on the Giants, man. Daniel Jones agreed to a 4-year deal, $160 million. Once again, don't ever tell me nothing about Dak Prescott again. That Daniel Jones is getting 160, getting the same contract. Like, get out of here. Anyway, Daniel Jones re-signed. Saquon Barkley received a non-exclusive franchise tag. Matt Breida re-signed with the Giants. Paris Campbell is coming over to the Giants as wide receiver. Sterling Shepard is re-signing with the Giants. Darius Slayton is with the Giants now. And then they just added King, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Oh, hell no.
And then Darius Slayton. And Darren Waller. Darren Waller is a huge pickup. If Darren Waller is still the Darren Waller I think he is, that's a huge pickup for the Giants. So don't sleep on the Giants. Giants out here making moves, man. And they were good last year. So it really depends on Daniel Jones. Can Daniel Jones repeat the season that he had this past year or not? Rob said he's definitely the same Waller. I hope not for the Cowboys' sake. But we'll see. I think Giants are doing a good job, man. Like, Giants are doing a good job. He said number 1 in the East for sure. Who, the Giants? Stop. Now let's get to the Eagles, man. Marcus Mariota, backup quarterback. Rashad Penny, running back from Seattle, comes over to Philadelphia to replace Miles Sanders. Boston Scott re-signed. We talked about Jason Kelce re-signing. Fletcher Cox re-signed. Brandon Graham re-signed. James Bradbury re-signed. Everybody thought Darius Slay was gone, and Darius Slay said, nope, I'm back. Darius Slay agreed to a 3-year deal, $42 million. It's crazy because the Eagles fans turned on Darius Slay so quick when they thought he was gone. They turned on Darius Slay so quick. Oh, he's washed up anyway. He's 32 years old. He's trash. How you go from all pro to trash just because you thought he was leaving? Eagles fans, you are trash. Eagles fans are garbage. They turned on Darius Slay so quick. Just like they turned on CJ Gardner for leaving and going to Detroit. They turned on him. They turned on Marcus Epps for leaving. I mean, they turned on Slay real quick just for Slay to come right back and say, psych, I fooled y'all. And then another thing they did, they signed Justin Evans, safety, and then they signed Greedy Williams. Greedy Williams is a good pickup. So even though they lost CJ Gardner-Johnson, they lost, what's the guy? He said they did CJ so bogus. Boy, they clown CJ on Twitter. They lost Epps, but you pick up Greedy Williams, you still get Darius Slay, you got James Bradbury, Justin Evans is a decent safety, and you still got all these draft picks. Eagles are still loaded, bruh. Eagles are still loaded. So I'm not gonna get on here, as much as I don't like the Eagles, I'm not gonna get on here and say the Eagles just fell off completely. They didn't. They lost some players, they did, but they are still loaded, and they still got hella draft picks. So Eagles are doing it the right way, man. Let's go to Washington. Jacoby Brissett, backup quarterback there, or he might be the starting quarterback. Who knows? Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback in Washington. Anything new since last week? That's it since last week. Let's go to Chicago. PJ Walker, backup quarterback in Chicago. Deontay Foreman is now in Chicago as running back. Travis Homer is now a running back in Chicago. We talked about DJ Moore. Let's see. We talked about DeMarcus Walker, TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds. We talked about those. Edmonds, I should say. So, yeah, Detroit. I'm sorry. He said the Chicago Panthers. Chicago's doing all right, man. Chicago's doing all right. Making some good moves. Let's go to Detroit. David Montgomery, running back, signed a 3-year deal. Craig Reynolds signed a 1-year deal with Detroit. Or he re-signed with Detroit, I should say, running back. Emmanuel Mosley, cornerback, is there. Cameron Sutton, cornerback, is there. CJ Gardner-Johnson signed. CJ Moore, safety, signed. Will Harris signed. So, hey, Detroit is making some moves, man. He said they still talking about either Henry or Eckler going there. Hey, Detroit making some moves. Detroit was already a pretty good team this past season, and they making the moves they making. So Green Bay, King, you're not looking too good in that division. Green Bay, Minnesota about to be the bottom two the way it's looking right now. Green Bay, they signed Rudy Ford. That's it. Good job, Green Bay. Let's go to Minnesota. They signed Byron Murphy, which is a good pickup. Nick Mullins, he re-signed a 2-year deal to be the backup there. Alexander Madison, he agreed to stay there as a backup running back behind Dalvin Cook. That's pretty much it there. So, yeah, Minnesota and Green Bay not looking too hot right now in that division. Let's go to Atlanta. Taylor Heineke, we talked about him. Anybody else new since last week? We talked about Lorenzo Carter. We talked about Jesse Bates and Mike Hughes, which are good pickups for them. Let's see if anybody else new since last week. Nope, that's pretty much it. So Atlanta has been quiet this past week. Carolina and Andy Dalton signed a 2-year deal. Miles Sanders agreed to a 4-year deal. Adam Thielen, wide receiver, signed a 3-year deal. Tight end Hayden Hurst signed a 3-year deal. That's all this week. They still got Von Bell that they added. They added a couple of guys on the offensive line. So, hey, Carolina making moves. King said Packers never like doing anything useful. Yeah, I agree. But Carolina making moves, man. So, I don't know about Andy Dalton. I still think they need to get a quarterback in the draft, and I think they will get a quarterback in the draft. But Andy Dalton right now is the starting quarterback, signed a 2-year deal, $11 million, $8 million guaranteed. You know, whatever happens there, happens there. That's all I can pretty much say about that. But Carolina, Thielen went there and said he see them going to the Super Bowl. I don't know about all that, sir. Like, he talking real spicy, going to Carolina, leaving Minnesota, saying, "Oh, Carolina got a chance to win the Super Bowl." No, they got a chance to make the playoffs in that division. In that division, they can make the playoffs, and they put a nice little team together. But Super Bowl, let's chill, bro, chill. Like, stop that. We talked about New Orleans. Nothing new. They got Jamal Williams. They re-signed Michael Thomas. We talked about Derek Carr and Jameis Winston last week, so that's pretty much it for New Orleans right now. You say still waiting for them to announce Frank Clark to the Saints. Good luck with that. Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually did sign Baker Mayfield. I think that was Chumpers last week that was trolling Tony, saying that they was going to get Baker Mayfield. Tony wasn't trying to hear it, and then they end up signing him literally, the same day or the next morning. So Baker Mayfield is there. Chase Edmonds is there. Levante David re-signed. Jamil Dean re-signed. So that's it for Tampa Bay right now. Let's go to Arizona. Zach Pascal signed. Kazir White, linebacker, signed. That's pretty much it. The Rams haven't done anything. They haven't done anything outside of acquiring Hunter Long in a trade with the Miami Dolphins. That was it. They haven't made any moves outside of getting rid of Ramsey, right? San Francisco signed Sam Darnold. We talked about Javon Hargrave. We talked about Isaiah Oliver. We talked about Deshaun Gibson. So, the 49ers are just steady adding. That D-line is about to be crazy. He said the Rams won the Super Bowl and disappeared. Facts, bro. They won the Super Bowl and disappeared, bro. I mean, but they got rid of all they played Madden. They played real life Madden. They got rid of all their draft picks for the stars that they had. They spent all that money, so they have no choice but to just clean house and rebuild. That's all they can do now. So, hey, Matthew Stafford, I told you I would have traded him and kept Baker the way Baker played last year. But, hey, they got rid of Baker. They let Baker walk, so it is what it is there. Let's see. Now, let's go to the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, because the Cowboys are shocking me and are shocking a lot of people right now. So, Brandon Cooks acquired in a trade from Houston Texans for a 2023 fifth-round pick and a 2024 sixth-round pick. They re-signed Leighton Vander Esch, 2-year deal, $11 million, very friendly contract. And then Stephon Gilmore was acquired in the trade for a fifth-round pick. And then Donovan Wilson was re-signed on a 3-year deal, worth $24 million. Cooper Rush re-signed a 2-year deal to stay Dak's backup for $6 million. Tony Pollard received a non-exclusive franchise tag, so he can talk to other teams if he wants to. I doubt he will, but it is what it is. The Cowboys making moves, and all of a sudden, here come all the experts. Oh, the Cowboys are dumb. This move would have been better in 2018. Brandon Cooks is washed. Gilmore's washed. Bruh. Cowboys gave up too much. I've been hearing all this all week. Cowboys gave up too much for Brandon Cooks. They gave up a fifth in the sixth round. They traded Amari Cooper for a fifth. And then they say, oh, he costs too much money. Well, no, he don't. Because his $20 million that we would have traded for last year. Hold on. King's out here. MT say he want to wear green and gold and play with luck. Boy, get out of here. Get out of here. But back to the Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, Cowboys were about to trade for him last year. They was willing to give up a third-round pick. Houston asked for a second, and Dallas said no. But we was willing to give up a third last year and pay his $20 million contract. This year, we gave up a fifth and a sixth for next year, right? And then, not only are we not paying his $20 million contract, he restructured with Houston to drop it down to 18. Houston was going to pay 6. So that moved it to $12 million for the Cowboys, right? That's a steal as it is. Then he restructured with the Cowboys. So now it's only $8 million on the cap instead of 12 and instead of 20. So for everybody that's sitting there saying the Cowboys got robbed for a guy that's getting 1,000 yards every year with trash quarterbacks, y'all know what y'all could do, right?
Shut up, bitch.
The only reason that you're talking noise about this move right now is because it happened to the Cowboys. And you just hate the Cowboys. That's all it is. You a Cowboys hater. You hate the Cowboys. So now you sitting here too, oh, it was a stupid move. They should have done this in 2018. Shut up. You really don't know what you're talking about. And then for the Cowboys fans that are mad because you didn't get DeAndre Hopkins or Odell Beckham, is Odell really better than Cooks right now coming off of 2 torn ACLs? So, somebody answer that. Is Odell Beckham right now coming off of 2 torn ACLs better than Brandon Cooks? We don't know that. Is D-Hop better than Brandon Cooks? I think so. I think D-Hop is still better than Brandon Cooks. I mean, but apparently Arizona wanted too much. The Cowboys got a good deal for a guy they wanted last year, and they gave up way less this year to get him. And you still got CeeDee Lamb, and this year you're going to have a healthy Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? You still got Kevontae Turpin for that speed under a new offensive coordinator who's not going to sit here and run on third downs, not going to run a 4-wide route with 3 curls and 1 deep route.
Bruh.
Exactly, Rob. OBJ has the value of his name. That's it. Gallup was injured, man. Coming off 2 torn ACLs, just like Odell's about to do. So I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Can't nobody guarantee that Odell is better than Brandon Cooks right now. After the injuries Odell just had. You can't tell me Odell is better than Cooks right now. I'm gonna say it's a toss-up. And right now I'm gonna take Cooks. As much as I like Odell, I'm gonna take Cooks. Odell's been getting injured every year. So I'm gonna take Cooks. Now, as far as, D-Hop, again, we'll see what happens with him. Cowboys just freed up some more cap space. Right now they're sitting at $16 million in cap space. And then once the Ezekiel Elliott contract post June 1st free up and it becomes official, they'll be at $26 million of cap space. They still got talks with Bobby Wagner. They still got talks of bringing back Jonathan Hankins. Who knows? DeAndre Hopkins said he'll take a pay cut to come here. They might go Big 4 here. Whereas D-Hop, CeeDee Lamb, Cooks, and Michael Gallup. And it'll be like the year when they had Cedric Wilson, Gallup, Amari Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb 2 years ago. It could be a Big 4 here. Who knows? We don't know. But the Cowboys are freeing up cap space for something. And they've been making moves. They got Gilmore for cheap. So who knows? We don't know what they got planned next. So Cowboys fans is all mad. Oh, man, we didn't get D-Hop, Odell. Man, shut up.
Bruh.
When have the Cowboys ever been this smart? When's the last time the Cowboys ever been this smart with their money and actually made moves in the free agency? Somebody please tell me, inform me, when is the last time the Cowboys been this smart? You say all this to lose to the... Man, get out of here. Saints not even winning a division, bruh. Michael Thompson's going to play like 2 games, and he's going to be done. Like, get out of here, bro. I don't understand why y'all kept Michael Thomas. I don't get that at all. I'm real confused on that one. But I'm waiting on somebody to tell me when the last time the Cowboys made these type of moves and been this smart and actually going to get players and stop saying, oh, we like our own. We like our own players. When the last time the Cowboys done that? And people still want to hate. Oh, man, this is dumb. They're old. They're washed. Okay, we'll see. Oh, they still got Dak Prescott. Yeah, they still got Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott saved them a lot of money, too. So people that was trying to complain about his contract, you can't complain about his contract no more. And you still could. You never could, really. Because his contract never really hit the cap. Never really hit the cap. He restructured this year. For this year coming up. So now it's only $26 million instead of what it could have been. So he saved you a lot of money. a lot of money yet again. So I don't want to hear nothing about Dak Prescott and his contract. Dak is about to ball out this year, coming up. New offensive coordinator. I feel bad for Zeke. Because now Cowboys are making these moves and Zeke is out of here. Bruh. But Dak is about to ball out this year. He's about to ball out this year, barring any injuries. Dak is going to ball out this year. And if you don't believe it, I'm going to just tell you to watch. Sit back and watch. It's going to be a different Cowboys offense this year. Now, whatever happens to Zeke, I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. He say Tampa Bay Baker. Well, you have fun with Baker Mayfield. Who I think you use, Zeke? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's a lot of teams that could probably. I don't know. I gotta look around, bro. Cause Zeke is not getting that many offers. Like, people sending him to Tampa Bay. They're saying Tampa Bay wants him, but I don't know. That might be a good fit for him. Tampa Bay. They really don't have anybody else. So Tampa Bay might work for him. Buffalo, I think he'll do good in Buffalo. If he was to go to Buffalo with that offense, I think he'll do good in Buffalo, but I haven't heard anything as far as ties to him going to Buffalo. What do I think Dak is gonna get? Talking about his stats, I mean, it's hard to predict stats, dude. Like, I was supposed to tell you 40 touchdowns, 10 interceptions or something. That's what you want me to tell you. So what Dak had, what's his 2023 coming up? So what he had in 21? When he had Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson, CeeDee Lamb, and Gallup, it's going to be a similar year to that. Or you can go back to 2019 when it was him, when it was Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, and Michael Gallup, with all three receivers had 1,000 yards. Randall Cobb should have had 1,000 yards, but he had a whole bunch of drops. It's going to be that type of season. 30 picks for sure. Get out of here.
Oh, hell no.
You must be talking about for Baker, because it is not going to happen for Dak. We're not even running that offense anymore. So Dak is going to have over 35 touchdowns. Easy. With this offense, it's going to have over 35 touchdowns. They got weapons everywhere, and they got speed now. And who knows what Pollard's going to be. I still don't like the franchise tag for Pollard coming off that injury. But if he can come back and be Pollard, that's weapons and speed, man. And then it depends on who they draft in the draft. A lot of people are trying to tie them down to Bijan Robinson now that we got receivers and stuff. We'll see what happens there. I'm not doing none of that draft talk until we get closer to the draft. Yeah, they got him, Rob. But that's it on the NFL, man. I have nothing else on there. There's no more updates. Cowboys to the idiots who want to cut Dak Prescott. Just understand, you're not saving any money if you cut Dak. Post-June or pre-June, you're not saving any money. You're going to eat $26 million in dead cap space if you cut Dak. Bruh. So shut all that up. It's not happening. Dak is your quarterback for at least 3 more years. And that's just what it is. Deal with it. Cowboys fans and Dak haters, deal with it. Dak ain't going nowhere. DeMarcus Lawrence, they can restructure him. I feel like he needs to be restructured. He's hitting $17 million on the cap. But if you cut him, you're not saving no money either. So only thing you can do is extend or restructure if you want to save some money, right? And that's about it, man. So shout out to the NFL making moves. You say Dak staying in Dallas is good for the rest of the NFC. Yeah, all right, King. One less team to worry about. Okay, King. We don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers, so Green Bay can definitely kick rocks and move on about their business. Bruh. Y'all are done. You're not winning your division. You're going to be third in your division. So I don't even know why you're talking. Like, you're not making the playoffs. You're not a playoff team. Get out of here, King. Green Bay is trash. They're done. Let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. We're not here alone today. Around the XFL. Shout out to the XFL. Let's get into the latest in the XFL. So we are now week 5 just passed in the XFL. The Seattle Sea Dragons get a huge win over the Houston Roughnecks, giving the Roughnecks their first loss of the season. Seattle moves to 3-2. The Roughnecks moved to 4-1 after Seattle wins 24-14. A very good game there in Seattle. The two best fan bases in, he say already yes. The two best fan bases in the XFL, the DC Defenders took on the St. Louis Battlehawks in St. Louis, another pack house in St. Louis. The two top teams in the XFL North. The Defenders moved to 5-0 after taking out the Battlehawks 28-20. Battlehawks moved to 3-2. AJ McCarron had 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception at the end of the game. And then you had the running back for DC, Smith. Let me get into his numbers because he went off. Let me pull his numbers up real quick. Abram Smith went off for 218 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Bruh.
This man is balling. DC is a fun team to watch. If you don't watch any team in the XFL, watch the DC Defenders. They are a fun team. They have a great crowd. Like, DC is nice, man. So watch DC. They are favorites to win it all. It most likely will be DC versus Houston in the championship games, but it is what it is. Josh Gordon still got some gas and facts. That's why Seattle is starting to come up, man. Seattle has won 3 straight. So shout out to DC, man. Shout out to the Battlehawks and their crowd. In a game that somebody had to win, somebody had to win this game. The 0-4 Guardians, Orlando Guardians, took on the 0-4 Vipers in Vegas. And it turned out to be a good game between two sorry teams. The Vipers won 35-32 at home. The Vipers are now 1-4. The Guardians are now 0-5. Perez, the quarterback for the Vipers, had 269 yards and 3 touchdowns. Smith on the ground had 62 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Vipers. So shout out to the Vipers for getting their first win there. Moving on, a big game here considering that they playing each other 2 weeks in a row. The Arlington Renegades win an ugly game against Tony San Antonio Brahmas. 12-10, ugly game. And this is how all the Renegades games look. Offense is horrible. Defense is good, but the offense is horrible for the Renegades. So this week coming up, if I'm back calling the game and doing the media pass and stuff again, I'm going to ask Bob Stoops about this team. I'm going to ask Bob Stoops about this Renegades offense because they looking real garbage right now. Slaughter, quarterback, 148 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. Smith, our running back, 19 carries, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, it was just ugly, bruh. It was just ugly. The Brahmas really should have won this game, but I'm glad they didn't. Brahmas are now 1-4. Hines Ward, I get to talk to Hines Ward coming up. I'm going to ask him a few questions too, because this Brahmas are 1-4. They about to be 1-5 when they come to Arlington to lose yet again to the Renegades, right? Renegades are 3-2. They are still in the playoff contention as the top 2 teams from the South and the North go to the playoffs. So right now it's Houston and Arlington, and then it's DC, and then we got a two-way tie between the Sea Dragons and the Battlehawks. So let's get into week 6, make our predictions. We got the Sea Dragons, Seattle Sea Dragons 3-2 taking on the Guardians, the 0-5 Guardians. I got Seattle winning easily. The Battlehawks 3-2 take on the Vegas Vipers in Vegas. Got the Battlehawks winning easily. Renegades take on the Brahmas yet again, this time in Arlington. I got the Renegades winning. And then a good game. The top 2 teams in the XFL. Houston Roughnecks 4-1 take on the DC Defenders 5-0 in DC. Woo, that's going to be a good one. And that's a Monday night game. Wow, I didn't know that. Look at them trying to compete. That's a Monday night game. I'm going to go for the Defenders. I got the Defenders staying undefeated in that game. Noel, what's good, man? I think I'm going to stick with the Defenders on that. And that's the XFL, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it moving to the NBA. We're not going to be here long. I told you we're not going to be here long. We're just here to give you the updated standings in the NBA. Let's start with the East. Milwaukee Bucks, number 1. Boston, number 2. Philly, number 3. Cleveland, number 4. New York Knicks, number 5. And staying in the top 6, the Brooklyn Nets. Miami Heat, number 7. Atlanta is number 8. Toronto is number 9. Chicago is number 10. and they are 2 games ahead of Washington and Indiana. So it's still up in the air. Look at Orlando. You say Giannis is your MVP? Of course he is. Look at Orlando trying to stay in contention here. They only a couple of games out of the 10th spot. Shout out to the Magic for, keeping the fans interested a little bit in Orlando out there. And then for the teams that are tanking, you got Detroit Pistons. Well, Charlotte is not tanking, but they just suck. And Michael Jordan is trying to sell the team now because he's tired of dealing with their BS. Charlotte is 23-50. Detroit is 16-56. Moving on to the West, you got Denver locked in number 1, 48 wins. Memphis 44 wins, number 2. Sacramento 43 wins at number 3. Then you got Phoenix and the Clippers both with 38 wins at the 4 and 5 spot. Golden State moved up to the 6th spot with Dallas losing last night, blowing that stupid lead. The Mavericks are so frustrating. Golden State is 37-36. Mavericks are 36-36, and they play each other tomorrow night in Dallas. That's going to be a huge game right there. Golden State at Dallas. Minnesota lost as well, so they're 36-37 now in the 8th spot. Oklahoma 35-36 in the 9th spot. Utah Jazz move up to the 10th spot at 35-36. LA is pushed out at number 11. They're 35-37. New Orleans is 34-37. Portland is 31-40. Looks like Damian Lillard might be getting shut down for the rest of the year. And the battle of the tank teams, you got San Antonio and Houston. San Antonio with 19 wins, Houston with 18, and they're racing with Detroit. So Detroit is going to win the tank battle right now because they got 16 wins. So Tony, y'all got to lose some more games, bro. Y'all got to lose some more games. That's the NBA. Let's get into some matchups. Uh-oh. Nightbot then got on Rob. What did Rob say? Hold on. Let me see if I can see what Rob said. He said, sometimes you scare me. Wow. What did you say? He say Black Lives Matter. He didn't even say nothing, Nightbot. Get out of here. Let me see if I can put this on the screen. I can't. Once they delete it, I can't delete it. I can see it, but they can't see it. He say Detroit gonna have the worst record and still end up with a 4th pick. Yeah, it could happen. Oh, because you said gun. Yeah. Put the M there, Rob. You can't say gun. Nightbot do not play. Nightbot does not play about that. Let's get into the schedule. So tonight's games, we got Washington at Orlando, Detroit at Atlanta, Cleveland at Brooklyn, San Antonio at New Orleans. Let's go Spurs. Boston at Sacramento. It doesn't matter. We're not catching them. Oklahoma City at LA. Ooh. That's a tough game. He say go Pelicans. Nah, I'm going for the Spurs tonight. Hopefully OKC win. I'm not really worried about OKC catching the Mavericks, but I do want to see LA go down. So those are the matchups tonight. Then tomorrow, Denver at Washington. Let's go Washington. The Knicks at Miami. Indiana at Toronto. Golden State at Dallas. Y'all know I'm going for Dallas. Philadelphia at Chicago. Houston at Memphis. Let's go Houston. San Antonio at Milwaukee. Yeah, whatever on that. Atlanta at Minnesota. Let's go Atlanta. Portland at Utah. Let's go Portland. Phoenix at LA. Let's go LA. And that's what we got for the next 2 nights, for tonight and tomorrow, man. So that is the show for today. Yeah, it did, bro. It went by fast. Oh, I'm going for the Lakers, not the Clippers. Get out of here, Push. I want the Lakers to beat. I want the Lakers to be to beat. He said, "Boo." Who they playing? I want the Lakers to beat Phoenix tomorrow. Yeah, I want the Lakers. Get out of here, Push. I want the Lakers to beat Phoenix tomorrow. Make sure you follow Get the Tables. Make sure you follow Push Play the DJ. Dylan Brooks is trash, bro. I like how Kyrie was cooking this boy, and then he stepped on his ankle in the 3rd quarter, and all of a sudden Kyrie couldn't make a shot, bro. Kyrie went 0 for 10 in the fourth quarter, bruh, after he got his ankle stepped on last night by Dillon Brooks. That's why when they did the jersey swap, Kyrie was like, oh, nah, man, you keep it, bro. I'm good. Dillon Brooks talked all that noise. I want Kyrie. Kyrie cooked that boy for 28 points quickly. And then next thing you know, he stepped on his foot. Like, get out of here, bruh. I don't like Dillon Brooks. I don't even like Memphis no more. I used to cheer for Memphis. I don't like Memphis. I like Ja, but Ja's being stupid too. But yeah, they trying so hard to become the bad boy Pistons of the NBA. But the thing is, you got to win in the playoffs to actually build that type of reputation. They're not winning in the playoffs, and they're not going to win this year. I don't think they are. So that's the show for the day, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. You say I give Dillon Brooks a Chris Childs 2-piece. Hey, King, come on now. You getting out of hand now. You getting out of hand. King trying to set this man up, get him locked up, bro. King trying to get this man set up, bro. What's wrong with this man? Nightbot should have got him for that comment right there. What is wrong with y'all, man? So I had a choosing that we was gonna do if Tony was here. I'm gonna save for next week, but I'm gonna give you a preview of it. Let's get into it real quick. All right, so look. Yeah, Rob, they Nightbot don't like you, Rob. You be doing something to Nightbot, bro. I don't know what Nightbot beef is with you, but they don't like you, bro. But as you see, we got 90s versus 2000s versus 2010s. And it was going to be NBA, right? We were going to break down every category. All-star, break, dunk contest, three-point contest, starting lineups, best teams, all of that. Like, we were going to do all that. So it was going to be interesting. But we're going to save it for next week when Tony comes back. I'm going to leave this overlay like it is. It's going to be a good conversation. I already know it's going to be. So, yeah, jump at. All right, we'll see. Because when I pull up the list, 2010s did have two of the greatest dunk contests ever. With Aaron Gordon and Victor Oladipo and the light-skinned guy from Chicago. I can't even think of his name right now. What's his name? What's the guy name? What's the guy name from Chicago? I cannot think of his name. What is his name? Zach LaVine. There you go. So yeah, I mean, those were two of the greatest. And then I have to go back and look to see when Jason Richardson days were. I believe those were 2000s, and they might have creeped into like 2010. And then the Dwight Howard versus Nate Robinson and Andre Iguodala and all them, those were good dunk contests as well. So 90s got some good dunk contests too, but they also got trash ones too. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna have to go back through the list and like see the winners, because 2000s got the Vince Carter, the Vince Carter runs as well. So I mean, yeah, but we'll save that. Let's not get too much into it now because we go give away next week. So let's get away from that and get back to the ending of the show. Once again, I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you go to dopecontent.com. Everything is there. We are now a book publisher as well. Mrs. Dope got 2 books on dopecontent.com, ladies and gentlemen, and it's published by Dope Content. So make sure you check those out. And these are some real life stories that happen. Real life stories that happen, bro. And if you read it, you would think it's a movie, but this stuff really happened. It really happened. So, yeah, it's crazy. Like if you read the titles of the books, you'll be like, man, this is not true. Nah, this is true. It happens. So, check those out. Or if you know somebody that are readers, check them out. This is also brought to you by Amway. Dope Content is sponsored by Amway as well. We are in business with Amway. We have our own Amway market. Pretty much you replace everything. Push. We might be onto some Tubi movies for real, bro. We might do some Tubi movies for real because Tubi putting out some trash. But Amway is a market, man, that we have. If you're on YouTube, the description, the link to the store is in the YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It's also on dopecontent.com. When you go to the market on dopecontent.com, you just hit click more items. Replace all of your Walmart stuff. We don't go to Walmart anymore because we get all our deodorant, soap, energy drinks, protein, dishwasher liquid, housing stuff, detergent. All of that is from the Amway Market. And all of this stuff is great stuff. So you get to read the products, what's in it and everything. It's good for your skin, skincare, makeup for your woman. Like all of that is there. Just check it out. That's all I ask for you guys to check it out. You can sign up to become exactly, Rob. I'm telling you, go to our market. The link is on YouTube or it's on dopecontent.com as well. You just hit click more items. You can sign up to become a customer and you get Amway perks and it's points like almost like a Chick-fil-A point thing where you get enough points, you get stuff free. You know what I'm saying? Free whatever sent to you for free just because you got the points, right? Just check it out, man. That's all I ask. Even you don't have to use a credit card or debit card to sign up. You could just actually become a customer just with your phone number and your name. So at least do that. At least do that for us so it can look better for us. At least do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put no credit card, debit card, or nothing. And then also, if you purchase from us, if you have PayPal, you can pay it off in 4 payments. You don't have to pay it all at once. I know a lot of people don't like paying stuff for shipping and all that at once. Pay it all off in 4 payments. Just saying, we're making it easy for you guys. Dopecontent.com, Amway, check it out. This will be up on Dope Content as well. Shout out to everybody that came through today, man. Much love to y'all. It was hard. I ain't gonna lie. It was hard for me to load up the podcast today. We starting back work tomorrow. Oh, golly. We starting back work tomorrow, and to be honest, I had extra edibles from Colorado, and it had me out for like 3 days, bruh. For like 3 days, bruh. And I didn't even realize, what was happening. Like, I just thought they were regular. I just thought they were cookies. And yeah, I was out of there. So it was hard to load up the podcast today, especially when Tony not available. But it is what it is. I got to keep it going. You know how we do. We keep it moving. Share the stream, like the stream on YouTube, please. Even if you've seen it on, might as well send the rest to you.
Oh, hell no.
Ain't happening. But share the stream, like the stream on YouTube. That help it get out there. YouTube is not trying to show none of my stuff. They don't even show my shorts anymore like they used to, bro. YouTube got beef with me right now for whatever reason. I've been uploading shorts. They not pushing the shorts no more on my page. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, bro. So we'll figure it out. Probably so. Because they not pushing none of the stuff. And then even the podcast that I did from the studio recording with Cleon Edwards, it was showing up on some people's screens, but not everybody's. Like, we went to Nebraska Furniture Mart, and what I like to do is I be sitting there, I put everything on Dope Content, all the computers, and just hit play all. So I went to a couple of computers, and it was showing up on those computers, then the other computers it wasn't showing up on. So I'm like, yo, what's going on with this? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people was just now seeing that video. Like, people on Facebook was like, I didn't even know you put the video up. Yeah, it's been up for like 2 weeks now. So it was showing you waiting for a host. Yeah, it went live that night. So if you stayed there, you would have seen it live. But yeah, it's on there, man. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. They slow banning me. I don't know. We'll get it worked out by the end of the month. I know. And we'll be back to how it was when we was building, man. So the followers ain't been coming in from the shorts this month. I don't know they not pushing my shorts at all. So I got to figure that out. But it is what it is. Hopefully I have a good announcement. I keep putting the bug in your ear. And if not, you just won't hear nothing from me by the end of the month. So I'm still waiting to hear something back. So just know I did. You seen the video of him pop up. Oh yeah, Cleon got a lot of work on here, bruh. That boy is famous. But yeah, we got hopefully I'm thinking about doing a 2K stream tonight. I haven't done a 2K stream. I haven't done a Twitch stream in a while outside of this. So we might do Twitch today. 2K stream, just playing around on some stuff. And until then, I know we might be back Sunday. I will be at the XFL game, but that's before our Budget Cut podcast time, so I should be back in time to do a Budget Cut podcast. Push say keep kicking it. Push is on Kick. Make sure you follow Push on Kick as well. I'm on Kick. I haven't done a stream yet on Kick. I'm just on there right now, Twitch 2.0. So yeah, man, make sure you follow these dope streamers that's on here. He said Mania Watch Along. Oh, that is next week, huh? Dang, that came by fast. So yeah, we should be doing a Mania Watch Along then. Golly, that came by fast, bro. So yeah, I hit up Twitch Sports, by the way. Just say, hey man, if you got some extra tickets again, let me know. I'll fly to LA. Just saying, I just threw it out there for him, in the email. So we'll see what happens. I doubt I get those tickets this year in LA. That's a high ticket to get. So don't hurt to try. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's all I can tell you there. But yeah, until next time, man. If I don't stream tonight, I'll see you sometime this week. And if something else happened with the Cowboys, I'll try to give you a more detailed Cowboys, breakdown. I try not to do too much on the podcast, on the sports podcast. I try to save those for YouTube exclusives for Cowboys fans only. The dope sports podcast, I like to go all around the NFL, NBA, and such and such, But shout out to y'all, man. Much love. Yeah, Push, do it, bro. I'm telling you, closed mouths don't get fed, bro. You know that. You the one be telling me that. So, but yeah, till next time, man. Y'all be safe. I'm out. Cowboys haters can eat a dick. Bruh. Dak Prescott haters can eat a dick. Bruh. DC Baller.